Hi everyone, welcome back to the second season of Humanity Ki Chain. I am Priyanka, your host, and today we are going to talk about emotional intelligence. And the guest joining us today is Swati Mathur. Swati is a certified image consultant and a NABET certified soft skills trainer. She has trained over 2,000 students and teaches across various industries. She is also an EQ and life coach. So let's welcome Swati Mathur. Hi, Swati. Thank you so much for taking time for all of us.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. I'm really happy to be here because I think you are doing a wonderful job, and Humanity Ki Chain is something which I think you believe in. And the topic which you are dealing, mental health, is what I too strongly believe in. So I
I
think I'm
agree.
really, really happy to be here.
Thank you so much, and we would love to know more about your work. So please tell us more about the things you do.
Sure. So Priyanka, as you have already, mentioned and given a wonderful introduction of me. So to add to that, so when you talk about as an image consultant, a lot of people have this conception that it's all about outer beauty. It's all about appearance. But image management is not just about that. It is all about developing your inner strength and reflecting the same outside in your appearance. So that is very important because when I'm talking about inner strength, I'm talking about having a positive self image, having a positive body image, and that leads to positive self confidence and self esteem, and then it leads to like self actualization, which is something which not easy for everyone to get
Mm,
through.
right.
So this is what as an image consultant I do for my clients. And as you said, as a job and employability coach, I have trained teachers and students. And though I'm working on their as a recruitment process, I place them into different industries. But what exactly what happens when I meet them, it's not just about working on their soft skills or critical skills, but they come up with so many health related, especially the mental health related issues,
Mm,
which or negative self talk, that I end up counseling them. And that's where I pitch in as an EQ and life
thank
coach.
you. Right.
uh, yeah, so I help them to deal with those situations and help them to increase the probability of their success, if you can say so.
Okay, very well said. So that is why specifically I approached to you because I believe that self esteem, lower self confidence, obviously hampers your image, right? So I wanted to ask you that do you feel that lack of self esteem or lower self confidence can lead to mental distress? Like you work with so many students, teachers, women. So have you come across these kind of things? And can you tell us something more about it?
Yeah, so Priyanka, when we talk about low self-esteem, although low self-esteem and low self-confident is not categorized as mental condition in
No.
itself, but there is a complete direct link between how do you feel and the overall mental and emotional well-being. Right. So when we talk about self-esteem, it is about how do you feel, or about yourself, or the way, the kind of and how you perceive things from other people's point of view. Are you confident enough about yourself? So it is about the things you do and the way you feel. So if I'm talking about someone having a high self-esteem, is someone who is positive in their approach, who always think good about themselves, who always strive for, success or happiness in their life. But when we talk about low self-esteem, we are talking about people who are very negative in every approach of theirs. They cannot think good about themselves. They always criticize. They are their own critics. So it is very difficult to deal with such people because, but then it has to be addressed. And as you said, it affects your mental health. So people having a mental health issues or conditions, they get into a lot of other mental health conditions. For example, anxiety, depression, or poor relationships, you can say, or addiction for that matter. So how self-esteem? So when you talk about low self-esteem, it is related to those mental health conditions. So you never know what comes first. Is it your low self-esteem self-esteem which is causing you depression and anxiety, or is it your being low anxiety and depression is causing you self-esteem? So it's a vicious cycle. You never know. But one thing is sure that these two are related and they are troublesome.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
And I think the second question you asked me about that, how to deal with it.
Yeah, how to deal with it. If you can share some things, especially for students.
Yes. So I think, yeah, as you said about, is it a student or anybody for that matter? If you think the condition is very severe and you are unable to handle it, then definitely you need a professional help.
Exactly.
Right? Whether it's a psychiatrist or a psychologist or someone who is expertise in this particular subject.
Very important.
But there are other things like, for example, coaches like us, who understand and deal with people day in and day out, in a profession which is not exactly or directly related to all this. But we do meet people who are going through these kind of phases. So we help them by asking them to get into meditation. Meditation is a very good way which calms you down, which makes you feel better about yourself. You get time to introspect about yourself. And whenever a person gets into introspection, I always tell that never ask, what is this happening to me, or why is it happening to me? Never ask why. Instead, ask what I can do about it. Think from a positive towards it. Apart from that, I think volunteering work helps. I have done it and it really worked for me.
It helps
because when you help others, you are actually helping yourself.
I always say this: we heal by helping others. So absolutely. I have personally experienced this.
Yes, and learning to self-care, self-love. Love yourself, take care of your mind, and that is something very important. Apart from that, there is always, we talk about cognitive behavioral therapy. I think because you are into this profession, we do talk about all these things. So this is a different process where we tell people that, understand your problem. As a coach, Priyanka, I have learned one of the skills which is called listening skills. Being a coach, my intention when I meet my clients, I'm not there to give you any solution.
Right.
I'm there just to listen to you without being judgmental. So I just sit with them, I listen to them. So it's them who has to understand what are the trigger points, identify the problems which you think is a problem for you, and then start finding solution yourself. And actually they can do it because when you sit with them, you create an environment for them. You facilitate those kind of talks with them so that it helps them to come up with certain solution themselves, and you don't have to do much about it.
Right. And also sometimes
so these are certain things I think it really works.
Right. And I'm sure that there might be many people who don't seek solution immediately. They just want to be heard. Like you said, listening skill, being non-judgmental. These are the qualities like coaches and people like you must be very good at. So I'm sure you are doing a great job with it.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. It's, being an enabler, this is what I always believed in. Money is always secondary because, there was a time when I was working in a profession where I was working for money. Yes, because when you begin your career, it's all about money.
It's all about money. Establishing yourself. Yeah.
Absolutely. And you know what, Priyanka, when I started working with college students, especially, and when I have to ask them to write their goals, I realized that, when you write your goal or aspiration in your life, should always be a long term, and you should not think as a taker, but as a giver. Think from a contributor's point of view, because that should be your ultimate game. Sometimes the students at younger age think that it's too philosophical, but I think it is your contribution which will help you to be satisfied in what you're doing. Money will come, there is nowhere that money is going. Your hard work will pay off. But towards the end, when you are looking for, satisfaction, job satisfaction, it will come only when you will think from a contributor's point of view.
I agree to that. And so before we reach to the end, I would also like to ask you if you want to share a specific message to women, children, students, anybody who's working from home or during this pandemic situation, if you have something to share with all of us, please do so.
Sure. I think, being an enabler as you yourself is, Priyanka, we always, want our people to be positive, and we want people to think from, growth mindset. So I always tell people that if you are thinking that, I cannot do this, or I'm not good at something, or I'm not good with technology, or I'm not good with accepting change, who is telling you all this? It is you yourself. So it is your self-limiting belief is what stopping you to do something. So try not to be in a fixed what I say, that there is something called as fixed growth, and there is something as growth when you look at as a growth, whether you want to do something in life. So for that, it is important that there has to be two kinds of mindset. As I said, fixed mindset are the people who are very scared to take challenges, who are very comfortable in their comfort zone, or someone who comfort zones. That is something which they avoid challenges completely. They think that what I'm doing, I'm happy with it. So come from that, come out of that, get into your growth mindset, take challenges as you can, because when you take challenges, you will know your real potential. And here I want to give 7 tips to them how they can get into a when we talk about growth mindset. First, you should be aware about yourself. What are your strengths? Self-awareness is the key of anything you want to do in life. You should know what are your strengths, you should know what are your weaknesses, and you should know what kind of opportunities exist around, what are the threats you face, and how you can convert those threats into opportunity by using your strengths. And you can very well do that if you know who you are and what you're capable of. Right. Second thing is that you need to understand nothing happens over, over midnight. You have to work towards it. Give as much time you can. Practice. Keep practicing. Practice makes you perfect. Right. So the more you practice, the better you're going to get it. Take challenges in life. Don't get into a comfort zone. Very important. And one most important thing is that a lot of people get intimidated with other people. वो बंदा बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है, मैं नहीं कर पा रही. Comparison is something which I think they have to come out of it, and they should understand that ठीक है, अगर वो बंदा अच्छा कर रहा है, take it as an inspiration instead of being jealous about something. So take people challenge what they're doing good as an inspiration. That can help you to a great extent. Yeah. These are certain tips which I want to give today's generation, or for that matter, anybody who think that they are not capable. So get into growth mindset.
Yes. So I have noted down the tips you have shared, and I'll surely put it in the description so that people can read it again once they're finished watching the video. So thank you once again, Swati, for joining us and sharing your valuable insights with us, because people who are actually working on the practical level with students or individuals, anyone for that matter, they have this hands-on experience with different mindset, different perspective. So they always have something new to share, right? And that's how we gain a new perspective. So I learned a few things from you too. So thank you so much. And thank you everyone for watching this. And I'll see you next week very soon with another guest. Till then, stay with us. And thank you so much for watching.
Thank you, Priyanka. Thank you for having me.
My pleasure.
So much.